it's become untrendy to criticize religion. It isn't amazing how it was just the thing and then it just went away. But I think it's more important than ever to defend critical thinking and to defend applying critical thinking to spirituality, because I actually think it's gateway stuff. I do think it's all connected.
Do you think
I would like the world?
Do you think formal religions are more gateways to irrationality, or the woo-woo small
I
s
don't
spirituality?
really know, and I'd be guessing, and maybe the whole thing's bollocks, but don't you think the fact that most people who voted for Trump... So this is my theory.
Give it to us.
Criticize the
Lay
crap
it on
out of
us.
me. I think when we get more high resolution in fMRIs or whatever, in brain scans, we will be able to see how our brains, during their elastic phases, they're always elastic. I don't need to explain it neurologically. I think if you've spent your whole life subdividing your hard drive so that you believe things and don't believe them at the same time. So if you grow up thinking Jesus is real and answers my prayers, but also I'm not going to step in front of this bus, you understand that magic isn't real, but you believe magic is real, and you believe those two things at the same time, right? You believe basically in a materialistic universe in every action in your life, but then you have this other program running where everything's magic. And I reckon then a demagogue comes along like Trump, and you can hear that he's a slime bag, criminal, sexist, and sort of believe he's the second coming at the same time. You're basically primed to believe and not believe two things at the same time.
Interesting.
I wonder if religion teaches you to believe two things at the same time, and whether that might be bad in and of itself, not to mention just the evils of radicalization, because religion tells you you're special and other people aren't, and that means you can kill them.
Right. I mean, for some reason, I find the tarot.
That was a bit of a long stretch.
No, I like the theory. I don't know how much credence I give it, but I certainly give credence to the idea
I don't need your
that
credence, bitch.
But I certainly give credence to the idea which is an idea that you didn't come up with, so I'm giving credence to myself here and not to you. That the woo-woo stuff, the manifestation, that my brain can change the universe, and like astrology and stuff like that, it gets on my nerves more than formal religion does, because you only need one bullshit leap to be a believer in formal religion, and that is the creator of the universe wrote a book. But for this other stuff, you kind of need a whole Jenga puzzle, like an artifice of stuff that you have to keep believing in with no evidence. And it may even be worse than the dichotomy that you're talking about.
They don't believe the framing.
What?
They don't believe.
Like I think that if we're going to solve problems like climate chaos and save liberal democracy, we all have to be roughly on the same page. And in order to be on the same page, we need not just empathy, but we also need a respect for reason and rationality and evidence.
Here
and
we
if
are.
you junk
we finally
those,
started the podcast.
Welcome to the show. G'day, humans. If you junk those because you think that it's cute and fun to do tarot cards,
there's a better way.
Yeah, you're untraining yourself in the skills that you need.
All I'm saying.
Yeah.
Either you believe that with the introduction of new evidence, you will change your mind, or you don't. And if you don't believe that it is not just a thing, but an important thing, as I do, that with the introduction of new evidence, I would change my mind about God, about anything. If you don't believe that changing your mind is a virtuous thing to do, an important and right thing to do in the face of new data, then we're fucked.
Would you change your mind about the opinion that you've been expressing about the importance of the need for empathy?
Yeah. If I am basing my concern about progressive discourse on an observation that we are making the people we need to seduce less seducible.
Right.
We are sending people that we might have a chance of bringing into the fold, of things we care about. We're sending we're
Turning them off, baby.
We're absolutely turning
We're
them off.
turning them off. What are you
I
doing
really
in a-
believe that. And if you said, Tim, you've just got caught up in your own epistemic bubble, that's not happening, mate. It's actually like, look at the positive changes. Look at Me Too. Look at more people of color in positions of power. Look at and actually that thing you're observing about people, that's just the fringe. I send me that data.
Well, I mean,
I
you just
really
sort of,
actually wonder.
you just did a pretty good case of convincing me that you're wrong, because
No,
yeah,
I don't
like,
think that's.
there
I
is a
don't
growth
think,
of.
There
I
is
mean,
a growth.
We now
but
have.
I think
The Supreme Court of the United States has a greater representation than the American population of people of color and women.
That wasn't done by shouting at each other on Twitter, though.
Well, got Trump elected, and he did a bit of it because he nominated a couple of women.
Yeah,
Well, a woman. Anyway,
a couple of women in the body of one woman.
a woman and a guy. The other woman was Obama's.
Yes.
Yes.
Look, I honestly, the worst thing that could come of, I'm pretty sure not dehumanizing the other. That's all I've been saying the whole time.